Good morning. I hope that you all had a good weekend. I'd like to start by wishing all of you who have internal exams the very best of luck. It may be a different way of completing them and perhaps a little odd doing so at home, but try your best, observe the rules that have been sent out, make sure you read the question carefully and check your answers thoroughly. And if you can do all of that, I'm sure that they will all go really well. You're no doubt all aware of the case in the United States involving the death of George Floyd on May the 25th, after he was restrained by police officers, and the resultant impact that has had around the globe. It has been prolific on social media in particular, with the hashtag Black Lives Matter. I'm sure that the scenes you'll have seen on TV or read about must have had an impact on you. Personally, I find it staggeringly disappointing that in 2020, we still live in a world that rates people according to the colour of their skin, rather than their contribution to society. I would like to thank one of our pupils who has sent me a rap that they wrote about the subject, and I think it appropriate that we play that now.
R.I.P. George Floyd, the black guy, the one that died, 25th of May 2020, will never escape my mind. And you know that my mind's black, so it's 40 times more he had to grind. This thing was a real big mazza, we can't draw no silver line. When I think about what has happened, it sends shivers straight down my spine. And I saw some of that footage, the feds holding him from behind. And that's pretty much normal, but it gets much worse, you'll find. You'd have thought that we're moving forward, but we're actually lacking behind. He was on the floor, quaking, shaking, suffocating, he couldn't breathe. Officer, I've got a question for you. What was he still doing under your knee? It was for his life he was trying to plead. Why didn't you listen or show mercy? It was inhumane, everyone agrees. You should have shown some sympathy. Let's go back a couple of years, my ancestors were not in tears, black, brave and beautiful, and it was only God that they feared. What would they do if this news reached their ears? What was the point in their freedom cheers? What was the point when they worked those years? Nothing. Back then I would have been called nigger because I've got black and negro skin. I don't care what anyone says, I'll be proud of it through the thick and thin. A lot of people giving racist verbal, but I just take it on my chin. Everyone versus racism, guaranteed everyone will win. To their work they show dedication to help the future black generation, but we're still here in this situation, and now it's causing a lot of irritation. We need to stop this segregation, we should have stopped it in the plantation. We need to fight together as one nation, and stop these racist violations. R.I.P. George Floyd, the black guy, the one that died, 25th of May 2020, will never escape my mind. And you know that my mind's black, so it's 40 times more he had to grind. This thing was a real big mazza, we can't draw no silver line.
Some people talk about this as being a political argument, but for me, it's a question of humanity and about treating others as we would want to be treated ourselves. It's about having empathy and emotional intelligence. It's about recognizing the impact that our words and our actions can have on others, and caring about how we make other people feel. Fundamentally, it's about respecting everyone else to at least the same level that we would expect to be respected, regardless of their race. It's also been disturbing to me to hear xenophobic comments that have been aimed at China with regard to Wuhan province being the place where the first cases of COVID-19 were traced back to last November. Additionally, with the withdrawal from the EU under Brexit and the lockdown that has been associated with COVID-19, there could be a tendency for people to become more insular and inward-looking. But at times like this, it's even more important that we all make an effort to understand all cultures, races, and religions, and to make an even greater effort to be understanding of difference. One of the wonderful things about teaching is that you genuinely get to understand that all people are unique and that everyone has attributes that should be celebrated. And here at St. Lawrence, we're in the privileged position of having over 20 different nationalities within the school. Nelson Mandela, in his book, Long Walk to Freedom, said, "No one is born hating another person because of the colour of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite." I believe that it is a fundamental role of a school to educate its pupils to thrive in a cosmopolitan and increasingly globalized world. I would want you all to become increasingly outward-facing, emotionally intelligent, and appreciative of others as a consequence of your St. Lawrence education. For me, school is not just about an academic education, but about producing future leaders who will go on to make a positive difference in the world. You are all the game changers of tomorrow, and that gives you an important responsibility to ensure that you are creating the kind of society that you would want to live in. It is important that all people have the opportunity to create their own broad and balanced political beliefs, and it should not be the role of a school to determine which political belief you hold. However, I do believe it is the role of the school to produce human beings who are tolerant, understanding, and appreciative of the importance of diversity and difference. Each one of us is unique and should be celebrated as such. It is everyone in our community's right to be respected, and it is also our responsibility to ensure that everyone in our community thrives.